Hey guys, in this video today we're going to be having a look at FILMSTRO, which is a new piece of software that I've been using quite extensively these past couple of weeks. Got quite a bit to say about it, so what I thought I'd do is just give you a brief tour of the software, how it works, and also just my thoughts and a sort of general review on it. If you want the sort of spoiler alert right away, overall I think it's a great piece of software. It's very cool, especially for people who aren't necessarily experts with music. I definitely count myself in that camp. And whilst I've noticed a few glitches and a few things that I'm not completely keen on, overall I think the guys have done a fantastic job. It's a really original piece of software. I've never seen anything like this before. And for me, as a filmmaker and someone who makes videos for the web, where I'm constantly looking to add music tracks, it's a really powerful piece of software that allows me to create custom tracks that suit the feel and the mood and the tempo of the video that I've created. Now, typically before in the past when I create a short film, I'll scour various different sites that I use. For example, the music bed has been one. I often license tracks through that. And with that type of approach, what I'm having to do is then fit my film to that existing piece of music, or spend a long time working with that piece of music, chopping bits out, sort of mixing it in the likes of Adobe Audition, and it can be quite a painstaking process. So I'm really excited by FILMSTRO, and I thought I'd give you a quick overview of what it does. So here we are in FILMSTRO at the moment. It's a very clean and simple interface. It's a standalone piece of software at the moment, but I understand that they have plans and they're currently working on a Premiere Pro plugin, which I'm extremely excited about. And if they could do that, I think it would improve it massively. So let me take you through how it works. You have a number of different tracks. These are sort of categorized in different ways. You can see here sort of by mood. So, and they give you a nice little visual representation of, you know, the type of thing you're looking at. You can come along and you can preview any track. And what you'll notice is that when you hover over the track, you get a description down the bottom here. It gives you an idea of the type of feel the music has. Slightly annoying is that if you're looking at one track and you then hover over a different one or move down, it leaves that one down there. And that's a really annoying bug. If anybody from FILMSTRO is watching, I'd love it if you could fix that, because often I'm working on a track and then I'll go down and then I'll be looking and be like, hang on a sec, group of cowboys, it's got nothing to do with my video, and it's just because I've hovered over one of the other ones. And look, it even does it with things that aren't even in your view. So really like it if that bug could be fixed. So we'll go ahead and just play a track, and you can see here with these sliders I can affect the momentum of the track, what they call the depth, and the power. So if I bring them all down, and then if I want to increase the momentum, maybe I've got a bit in my film where things are starting to pick up, the speed picks up, and I want to fasten momentum, so I can bring that up. And then I want to add sort of some more complexity to the track and bring the depth up. And then finally I want to bring the power up. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look at how it actually works in practice. What I've done here is loaded up one of my videos, and this was one that I made a while back, and I'd actually put a different track on this, something I'd licensed from the music bed, but I thought it'd be a good piece of video to use to try and rescore. So what I did was I went through the various different categories and kind of found something that fitted. This is a drone film, lots of big wide vistas, landscape shots, so the sort of big world category seemed to fit pretty well. And I managed to find this track Zanzibar, and I previewed it. Sounded pretty good, so I popped that on, and you can see down the bottom here, this is how I've changed the parameters in the track to match the video. So let's have a quick playthrough, and you can see that it gives a nice smooth playback, so you can actually see what's going on in real time in the video. It doesn't really seem to be dropping any frames or anything, which is cool. A little bit of stutter, but nothing major. And then what I can do is I can use my sliders and, for example, increase the momentum. And you'll see that adds in basically keyframes. And I can change these as I see fit in real time, which is really, really cool. If I want to get rid of some, I can select them and delete them. And if I want to select a different property, so I want to change the depth, I go ahead and click on the depth. And I can start to bring that up. And then same with the power. If I want to go for a sort of crescendo and really bring the power up. We can go ahead and do that. Now, one slightly annoying thing is that you can't, once you pause a video, you can't change the sliders. Okay, what you have to do is go in and select the keyframe. Also, the other thing is if I'm trying to grab one of the depth keyframes, I can't do that until I've selected the depth track, and to do that I have to go over here and select it. What would be nice is if you could click on the sliders to select the property that you want to change. So once again, another minor little bug, but it'd be really cool if I could just click on momentum and then I could go and change that rather than going over here and just selecting this tiny little area here, just making it slightly more user friendly. So that's how it works. As you can see, it's very simple. So for someone who has virtually no knowledge when it comes to actually creating music, for me, it's a really powerful and cool tool for creating a custom music track that really fits the video. And actually what I was really surprised about is the real effect that these sliders have on the feeling of the music. It really allows you to change the mood, change the feeling depending on the scene. That, for me, as someone who likes to create an emotion, evoke an emotion with not only my visuals, but also the audio that goes alongside it, is really cool. And so you can go through your video and adjust all those parameters. And as you can see towards the end, I have them all fading out. It's the end of the video. So I want to ease the audience out with obviously the audio as well. So if I just go ahead and play through. And there we go. So what you can do once you've finished is you can hit export audio or export audio and video. Now what I've been using it to do is just to export the track. I take that back into Premiere. I then might make any fine edit adjustments, just trim certain clips if I need to, just to match them up with the music perfectly, and just have a little bit of a play around. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, what they're currently talking about is a Premiere Pro plugin of this, and that would be extremely cool because I could be doing this all within Premiere Pro rather than having to export a video, drop a track on it, export the audio, take it back into Premiere Pro. If I can do this all within the Premiere Pro environment, that's just going to be amazing. So I'd love to see that come along real soon, and it's just going to take this piece of software to a whole new level. If you have any questions at all or any comments, if you're using FilmStro yourself and you've got any tips, please drop them in the comments below. Really love to hear your experience of using it as well. If you found the video useful, hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.